Hope Unlimited. That's the one. Oh! I literally remembered it up to and right like at the very second that I began recording. Amazing, right? I know. It's because I was working so hard to look for a place for like a decent signal, because the internet signals that we get here, like in the dorms, like literally in the in the dorm rooms, are like so bad, and you can only really get a good signal in the student center, and I don't know why. By the way, I'm signing because I have to practice a lot. Because there's a test tomorrow. Oh, no, wait, today. I'm doing this video early. I think I should explain. I'm doing this video a little early because I figure you're not going to see it until tomorrow anyway. And it's like midnight almost, a half hour. But anyway, I did want to talk to you about a few things, and I actually wrote them down so that I wouldn't forget, because I forget. So, I'm reading Agamemnon for my poli-sci class, which I think is awesome. I thought that I wouldn't like political science, but I really like political science because I really like my teacher, and I like having a professor who's really passionate about what he teaches. Like, he loves it, you know, and it makes me happy. And I'm signing random things. So, I'm everywhere right now. But yeah, I found a few really interesting things out about Greek culture. And I mean, you know, I already, like, looked at ancient Greece and all of that, and I was already really interested in all of it. So, you know, I knew most of the myth and everything, but I think it's really interesting how patriarchal such a society, how patriarchal that society was when that society, in fact, held on a pedestal so many very feminine goddesses, so many very feminine symbols, really. I think that's really odd. And I like Clytemnestra a lot. She's like my favorite character in that play. But I think it's really strange that while women were sex symbols in Greece, a sexually liberated woman was perceived as very dangerous. That is an odd phenomenon to me. Oh yeah, and hold on. I got a couple of my books, and one of them I found very interesting for English class, for my English 171 honors comp. How to Write Anything. A bold title. I had to point that out. I mean, that bold, you know? Anyway, also I figure since I haven't spoken very much about my school, I'll tell you a little bit about my school. It's really awesome, it's really small. It's kind of like the way you described it, like your school. I mean, you know, you get to know all the professors really fast, and all the classes are tiny. My ASL class literally has 6 people. 6. Okay? But there's a lot of, like, history surrounding my school. I mean, this is the oldest city in the country. So, you know, there's a lot going down. Henry Flagler is the guy who helped build the railroad from St. Augustine to Key West. So if you go to Key West, you'll see lots of things with his name on it, too. But he built the Ponce de Leon Hotel, which is where I am right now. That's where my dorm is. And he built it, and he, you know, made it to be perfect. And then he decided that he's very, very religious, and he decided that nothing a man can make can be perfect. So there has to be an imperfection added somewhere. So he, on purpose, put an imperfection into his building, and there's this this pattern of triangles around the front, and they're in circles and different, things around the rotunda. And one of them, they're all black, and all of them have a white corner, except for one. It's the only imperfection that there is in this building that anybody has found, is that one stupid triangle. And I thought that was kind of an interesting look into what kind of a person Henry Flagler must have been. I mean, very religious, obviously, but also, don't you have to be a little arrogant to purposely put a imperfection into your building because it can't be perfect because you're human? I don't know. Get back to me on that. This video is entirely too long. DFTBA.